Look up on a clear day, and you may notice long white lines stretching across the sky, sometimes thin and fleeting, other times thick, spreading slowly into hazy clouds. To most people, they are harmless condensation trails, or contrails, formed when hot jet exhaust meets cold air at high altitude. But to others, these lines tell a different story. They call them chemtrails, and they believe the sky is being quietly altered. This documentary explores the chemtrails conspiracy, where it began, why it persists, what believers claim is happening overhead, and why the debate refuses to fade, despite decades of scientific explanation. Contrails have existed since the dawn of high-altitude aviation in the 1940s. During World War II, pilots routinely flew above 25,000 feet, leaving white streaks that could be seen from miles away. At the time, these trails were a military disadvantage, revealing aircraft positions to enemies below. Yet, for decades, few questioned their presence. That changed in the late 1990s, when internet forums and early online communities began sharing images of skies filled with intersecting lines. People noticed patterns they believed were new, grids, X-shapes, and trails that lingered far longer than expected. The question emerged, why now? Chemtrails, according to believers, are not ordinary ice crystals. They are said to be intentional chemical dispersions, sprayed from aircraft as part of secret government or corporate programs. The purposes vary depending on who you ask. Weather modification, climate engineering, population control, biological experimentation, environmental manipulation. Some claim the trails contain aluminum, barium, or other compounds. Others believe they are designed to weaken immune systems or alter human behavior. What unites these claims is a deep mistrust of institutions and the belief that the truth is hidden in plain sight, written across the sky. Supporters of the chemtrails theory often point to personal observations and independent testing. Stories circulate of people collecting rainwater, soil, or snow samples after heavy trail activity, then sharing lab results online that allegedly show unusual metal concentrations. They describe health symptoms, fatigue, headaches, respiratory issues, that they believe coincide with days of intense sky activity. Photographs of aircraft with unusual attachments or internal tanks are shared as proof. In online videos, former pilots and whistleblowers claim first-hand knowledge of secret spraying programs. To believers, these are not coincidences. They are pieces of a hidden puzzle. One of the most persistent connections in the chemtrails narrative is weather control. Cloud seeding, an openly acknowledged practice used in some regions to encourage rainfall, has existed for decades. Governments openly admit to researching geoengineering, which studies ways to reflect sunlight or capture carbon to combat climate change. For skeptics of official explanations, these admissions raise a troubling possibility. If some weather modification is public, how much is not? Facilities like High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program are often cited in this context, even though scientists describe them as research tools rather than climate weapons. The line between speculation and science becomes blurred, fertile ground for conspiracy. Scientists and aviation experts maintain a clear explanation. Contrails form when water vapor from jet engines freezes instantly in cold, humid air. Whether they dissipate quickly or linger depends on atmospheric conditions, not chemicals. Modern engines burn fuel more efficiently, sometimes producing trails that persist longer. Busy air corridors create overlapping lines that resemble grids. Satellites, weather balloons, and atmospheric data consistently show nothing unusual in the trails themselves. According to mainstream science, there is no credible evidence of widespread chemical spraying from commercial aircraft. Yet for many, trust, not data, is the real issue. Why does the chemtrails conspiracy endure? Experts suggest it reflects broader fears, loss of control, environmental anxiety, and skepticism toward authority. In a world of rapid technological change, invisible threats feel more plausible than ever. The sky becomes a canvas for uncertainty. Every lingering trail invites interpretation, and once doubt takes root, official denials can sound less like reassurance and more like confirmation. Closing chemtrails exist most powerfully not as chemicals, but as ideas. They represent the human instinct to question, to connect patterns, to search for meaning when explanations feel incomplete. Whether viewed as a misundi